Yeah, Mr. Smith, can you hear me? Mr. Smith, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, are you Mr. Smith?
I'm Mr. Smith, yes, sir.
Okay, good. I tell you, before attorneys pop up, I had a question for you. We have two cases with you and two different attorneys. Is that the way you wanted it? That we have Mr. Darby on one and Ms. Cedillo on another?
Correct. Yeah, one's a traffic violation. It was moved from Sealy Municipal to your court.
Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a confusion that you have two attorneys. Okay.
No. Yeah, you're correct.
Okay. So you're good. You just wait for either Mr. Darby or Ms. Cedillo to show up.
Okay. Are we looking at both cases today or just one or the other?
Both of them are on the docket today.
Okay, I got you.
Since we haven't got started yet, just a little trivia. I don't know if you know it today, since I see you have a Yankees hat on. You know, there's a Belleville High School graduate that's on the New York Yankees pitching staff. So
Really?
yeah, so he's a reliever. So we're hoping he gets in relief.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, last name. Where do you live?
I live in Sealy.
Okay, well, yeah, he was from Belleville. His last name is Litke, Luetge.
That's a common name. I can't think of him seeing him in the games.
Yeah, well, he wasn't there last year.
Oh, he's going this year.
Going this year. Yeah.
I got you.
So he's he's a left-handed reliever. So yeah, we're hoping he gets in some games.
Exciting.
Yeah, I'm ready. Is your guy here? Be careful with. Well, wait a second. Was that Sue's file? Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, bring him on in.
Is that a plea that we need to come down for, or is somebody down there?
Steven said he doesn't need the prosecutor on this one. He told me what the agreement was and something about dismissal. I think is no problem.
Bingo. Where'd bingo go?
Okay. All right. So you're Mr. Urbina. Get you to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You may proceed.
You are Jose Alfredo Urbina, is that correct?
Yes.
And you and Miss Erica Urbina were married on or about September 3rd, 2013?
Yes.
And y'all separated about January 15th, 2020?
Yes.
Y'all have no children, is that correct?
Correct.
No children were born to you during the marriage?
Correct.
You requested a divorce from the judge today, is that correct?
Yes.
Is there, based on discord or conflict of personalities? Y'all can't get along together?
No.
You hesitated. Y'all been going back and forth for some time, is that about right?
Yeah. Good morning, Ms. Guerrero. Is Mr. Efron Gutierrez? Can you hear me? Efron Gutierrez. I can see you. Can you hear me? Send Mr. Gutierrez a message and ask if he can hear us. Now I can't even see him.
I just texted Linda and said to see if you can hear me. I guess she wasn't hearing me.
So Ms. Guerrero, can you hear us? All right. Ms. Guerrero, can you hear us?
Now she's muted.
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, good. All right, good. I know Mr. Looney has a client here today that will need a translator, so.
Okay.
They have Paul Looney's their attorney. Oh,
I got one that's doing his three papers downstairs. It should be
Okay.
up here in just a moment.
Hey, can Efron Gutierrez hear us? Anything else I can do to try to get his attention?
I get asked to start video, I messaged him. You know, everything would be sort of.
Hi, Mr. Justin Schmaltz, can you hear us? Except you're muted right now. We'll get you to unmute. Can you hear us? I think that's the international sign for 1 minute. Glad he used that finger. I don't know if Efren Gutierrez can hear us, but we can't hear you or see you, so I'm going to disconnect you and get you, hopefully you'll figure out to reconnect. So Mr. Schmaltz, we cannot hear you. So. All right, and who is the person that just joined on the phone ending in 167?
Yes, sir. This is Justin.
Justin Schmaltz?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So you have an assault case. Were you going to, did you want to proceed yourself, hire an attorney?
I'm not too sure on what to do about that. I do want to plead non-guilty.
Okay, so you can certainly do that, and then your option would be to either see about hiring an attorney. You can represent yourself, okay. Or if you're indigent, you could request a court-appointed attorney.
Okay. Can I request a court date?
Sure. And what would you like to do at the next court date?
Say that again, sir. I'm sorry.
And so if we reset it for another court date, what would you like to do at the next court date?
Well, I would, the person that I have the assault case with, she is going to be willing to testify. Well, not testify against me, but give y'all a better explanation on what happened. And I do want you all to hear it from her side.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll reset your case for about a month. And
yes, sir.
Maybe during that month, that person can come talk to the DA's office.
That'd be perfect.
All right, so do you know where the DA's office is located?
That's downtown Belleville?
Right, it's on the 3rd floor of the courthouse.
3rd floor?
Yeah, and let me ask, is that person there with you today?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So what about May 12th?
May 12th, yes, sir.
So what we need you to do is we're going to show you an email address in a second and need you to send us an email that says you're requesting the court date be reset to May 12th at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Do you see that email address?
Yes. All right. Okay. I got it, sir.
Okay, so you're gonna send an email to that address and then wait for us to get that and we'll reply
Okay.
to confirm that, okay? Okay, so go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
go ahead and send that, and then when we get the reply, then you'll be done for the day. But you need to stay around
Okay.
till we confirm we got it,
Yes, sir.
May 12th,
May 12th. Okay.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Darby, okay. So, Mr. Darby, we have one of your clients here, Christopher Smith.
Yes. Yes.
Christopher Smith at the driving while intoxicated case. What did you
Yes.
want to do with that today, Mr. Darby?
I would like to reset it if I could.
Right. And what are we resetting it for? Looks like it's been reset about 6 times, so we're getting
Yeah.
near the end of the line.
Yes. I'd like to reset it so that I could meet with Mr. Smith in person. We're gonna have Fisher cut bait. Am I late? Am I late for this morning or?
No, you're good.
Okay. We have to make up our mind whether we're going to try this or not, and I need to meet with him.
Okay. What about the end of May? How about May 27th?
Hang on just 1 second. May 27th. That sounds.
May 22nd, is that what you said?
27th?
27th, okay.
That sounds right to me.
All right, so then, Mr. Darby, if you would send an email requesting that case be reset to May 27th.
Okay, now, is that going to be an in-person meeting or?
Well, we hope by that time that we will be in person.
Okay, so, and that's fine if I can just meet with Mr. Smith before then.
But since the two of you are here today while we're going through this process, do you want to talk to him in a
Yes.
breakout room?
Yes, I would like that.
Okay.
Very-
Okay, so we'll send the two of you to a breakout room and make sure you come back. But
Okay,
Mr. Darby, if you want to send us that email also. So, Mr. Smith, you have another case, so you need to come back after meeting with Mr. Darby.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so you want to send Mr. Smith and Mr. Darby so you're going to get an invitation to a breakout room, so accept that. And then when you're done, come back.
okay.
And then I'm going to do a plea here. Yes. So Ms. Tigert,
If you can hear me, I can't hear you. I'm trying to fix the volume.
okay, I was talking to Ms. Tigert with probation.
Oh, yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Okay, they're pleading somebody out to a deferred, so he'll be coming your way.
Okay,
Jeffrey Williams.
alrighty. We'll await his arrival.
Judge, do you have a second?
I can't hear anybody.
Very tricky, right?
Right.
Now I
And
can hear
his-
you.
Okay, so Miss Hill is here.
Okay.
And
We have an agreement on this case. I don't know if Mr. Tricker's going to be here, but we'll need to sign her up. I'll have to give Mr. Tricker, I don't, he may have been sent the papers. I'm not real sure.
we'll find out. So
Yeah.
his assistant's here. So do you have the papers with you for Miss Hill?
I actually do have the papers. Yeah, Mr. Trichter had to jump on another hearing. He's on another
Okay.
Zoom right now. He just wanted me to let you know. I called your office this morning and emailed, and I couldn't get a hold of anybody. So that's why I jumped on.
Okay.
He should be on in a few minutes if you want to start with somebody else.
Do you need me to wait?
Well, we do need you to wait. So do you want to, fax those papers to the DA's office? Miss Hill is here in front of me.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Yes, Gary. I have Mr. Trichter on the
Yeah.
line. Hold on.
What I'll do is I'll go on hold on this one and I'll
Okay,
come on the other one.
okay. Mr. Trichter's logging in right now to your Zoom.
Okay.
So
So he has the papers, and has Miss Hill, you have not signed anything?
she has signed them.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
She needs to be, if it's a pretrial agreement, she needs to be signing this stuff in front of the clerk's office.
She's not there in person?
She is here in person.
Oh, okay, okay, great.
Why
So
don't I take her upstairs, get the papers, and let's go get all that straight, and we'll come back.
Okay.
before the court.
So she's going to go up to the DA's office, get all the papers, and then come back.
Okay, great. Yes, we've gone over everything with her.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Good, I'm gonna go upstairs with Paul.
Okay. Let's see if I can turn this here.
Good morning, Judge.
Whoa. Let's see, Mr. Efron Gutierrez, can you hear me? Yep, you're muted. Mr. Efron Gutierrez, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so you have a charge of criminal mischief. What do you want to do today? You can represent yourself. You can say you want to hire an attorney or request a court-appointed attorney if you're indigent.
Okay, well, I cannot afford to hire somebody to represent me, but I'm here and absolutely I want to face all this and get out of this trouble. So
Okay, so where do you live, Mr. Gutierrez?
I live on Sealy on 1833 Connecticut Lane.
Okay, can you come up to the courthouse and sign a request for a court-appointed attorney?
Right now, yes, sir.
Okay, well, come on up and then we can try to take care of all this today.
Okay, I'll be there. So you want me to leave Zoom?
Leave right now.
Okay. Okay, so I'll be there in a few minutes.
Okay, just come up to the second floor of the courthouse.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and I tell you, let Mr. Trickner know that your client is here. She's getting the papers, and then we'll come back and all be in one place.
I'm here.
Okay. All right, Mr. Darby.
Yes, you told me to go to a breakout room. I went to a breakout room. I'd like to meet with the district attorney and settle this matter if at all possible. Other than that, we're ready.
Right, so which assistant is going to deal with this case? Christopher Smith.
I can talk to him. I'll just need to pull the file. But that might leave us without anybody in the Zoom from the state while everybody else is working on other stuff too.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do. And I tell you before, is Mr. Smith back with us?
This Judge, I'm here on Christopher Smith. This is Sylvia Cedillo. Thank you.
Right, and yeah, and Roland Darby has another case with him, so I'm going to see if we can get Mr. Smith to come back with us and we can maybe clarify that. I can't see him. Christopher Smith, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, Judge.
Okay. So Ms. Cedillo, this is a traffic-related case. What
Yes,
did you
sir,
want to? What do you want to do with Mr. Smith's case today?
I just wanted to have a chance. I have not had a chance to receive an offer on this from the state, and we may be able to negotiate this this matter
Okay.
today.
Let me see if, I think right now all the, oh, there's Miss Robinson.
Okay.
Do you want to get both Mr. Smith's attorneys in one room and talk to them?
That sounds good. I'm just, my legal assistant's pulling the file for me.
Okay.
Okay.
So why don't you send Brandy, Ms. Cedillo, and Mr. Darby all in one room?
Mr. Darby can go back to room 1 since he was already there.
Okay.
Send the CBF.
Okay, so Mr. Darby, if you'll go back to room 1, and Ms.
Room
Robinson,
what?
if it's room 1.
All right.
And so Ms. Robinson, Ms. Cedillo, you'll get an invite to go to room 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and who is the gentleman listed as Amanda on the screen? Have a It's like a sweatshirt with a flag on the front.
That's mine, Judge. That
Okay.
should be Aaron Funes. Aaron Medina.
I'm here.
All right, what would you like to do with Mr. Medina?
Judge, on this one, we just need some more time to talk to the prosecutor on this case.
Okay. And about how much time would you like?
If we could get into a June date or a July date with Wendy, one of Wendy's dates, Judge?
How about June 10th?
That'll be fine, Judge, as long as that's good with Wendy.
Yes, and Ms. Guerrero is here, so I think Ms. Guerrero is June 10th, one of the days you're set to be here. Oop, and you're still muted.
I'm pretty sure it's one of those days.
Okay.
I don't have my calendar in front of me, so.
Okay. Yeah, I show that June 10th is one of your days, and we hope by June 10th we'll be back here live. So,
Oh, good. Yes. Okay.
So, Mr. Longoria, does Wendy need to tell Mr. Medina that?
No, Judge, I believe he has, Amanda is there with him, and so I'm sure she's told him of the June 10th date, Judge.
Let's see, so is Amanda there so you can confirm that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so his case is going to be reset to June the 10th.
Okay, thank you.
And by June 10th, you should come up here to the courthouse.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Number 11.
Guys.
All right, so Mr. Longoria, if you just send us an email to confirm that June 10th date. And so then, all right, Mr. Medina, then you can leave.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I still haven't gotten an email from Justice Schmaltz.
Judge, I have somebody in my conference room. Mr. Everett, could you take your cap off, please, sir? You're in court. Thank you. That's Dakota Everett, Judge. It'll need to be reset. We don't have any discovery in this case, so.
All right. Want to go into, say, like early June? Is that good?
Yes, sir.
What about June the 3rd?
That sounds great, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Everett, your case will be reset to June the 3rd. And on June 3rd, we're hopefully going to be back here in the courthouse. All right, so Mr. Everett, you can leave. And then Mr. Anderson, if you'll just send us an email confirming that June 3rd date.
Do you want the email before you can leave, Judge, or do you? I can send it after I get done with my docket with everybody.
Yeah, that'd be fine. And then, but Mr. Everett can leave.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. I see Mr. Clements is here, but when Mr. Nystrom, can you deal with Mr. Clements's cases right now?
I can, Judge.
All right, so let's go through the docket. First one I show is Ashley Greer.
Your Honor, that one's being paid as we speak. My assistant was on the phone with the clerk, and there was just a question on whether they had the paperwork or not, but I think that's been cleared up. So that has probably been paid 3 minutes ago.
All right, so then, Mr. Nystrom, if that one is paid, will that be dismissed?
No, Your Honor, that's going to be a guilty plea.
Okay. So
Didn't have an offer on that one, Judge, so we didn't know how much money to take was the question that came up from for Ashley Greer.
All right, so how are we going to get the waiver signed?
I can sign it.
Okay, how are you going to sign that?
I can do it electronically.
Okay, so do you have the waiver?
Diane, do we have any paperwork on Ashley Greer?
I'm looking for the offer now.
We just have the offer, Your Honor.
Okay, but if we're going to try to dispose of it today, we need you to sign the waiver. So do you have it?
I do not have the waiver.
All right. Can we send that waiver to Mr. Clements? Somebody from the DA's office?
Judge, I can prepare the waiver and judgment form and send that over to Mr. Clements' office. It's just going to take me a few minutes.
Okay.
Do we want me to do that now, or do you want to
Well,
go through the rest?
let's go through the rest of his cases and see if we can handle them. About Saul Pena.
Well, no. Yeah, well, just hold on a little bit. Okay.
Saul Pena.
I believe on that one, I would think it's gonna be is it gonna be a 90-day reset, Mr. Nystrom?
Those, Judge, there's some brand new cases. We haven't received criminal histories or driving records from the sheriff's office yet. We're getting some kind of delay, so I haven't been able to make offers on those cases.
Well, do we want to just reset it for 90 days and then hopefully you'll have that? And
yes, Judge.
That'd be fine.
That'll apply to any of Mr. Clements's cases with 0 resets today.
so the first one will be Saul Pena. Is July 21st a good day?
That's good.
Okay, so we'll need to send an email on Saul Pena for July 21st.
Okay.
What about Yun Long Gang?
That's the same situation, Judge. We haven't been able to make an offer yet.
Okay, so that person has 2 cases. So if you send an email for each one, Dylan Flanagan.
Judge, I hate to interrupt. Can you hear me? I just see that my computer is frozen.
I can hear you fine.
All right. I'll try to fix that later.
Dylan Flanagan.
That's the same situation, Judge.
All right, so we need an email for Dylan Flanagan for July 21st. Okay.
And Your Honor, I have, there's a lady named Jenna Jones who I got hired on yesterday, and I believe she was to have gone to the DA's office and maybe your office to sign a reset yesterday. Her name is Jenna Jones, Jones.
Okay. Do we know she's number 37 on the docket? From the DA's office, do we know, did she sign a reset?
I don't personally know. Sylvia, do you know?
She did. She was reset to May 20th.
Okay. All right. Well, she signed that, then she's reset.
Okay, we'll send a letter rip over to each department.
Okay, and then send the emails on those other cases.
What are those right now?
Judge, I'm going to have to, I think, close my Zoom and then get back in, but I'm going to prepare the plea paperwork.
Okay. So then just let Mr. Trichter know Ms. Hill has not made it back yet. So we're still waiting for her to reappear with the papers.
Okay, thank you.
I understand what the problem is, Gary. She was supposed to carry those with her, but we'll email them right now back.
Okay.
She was bring the originals.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
And Mr. Trichter, when we get those, we're gonna cross out her signature because she needs to sign in front of the clerk on that stuff.
Understood.
All right. So I'm going to mute myself and may have some pleas in the courtroom. Find out real quick. Let's see, is Laura there? Laura.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Garvey is here, and we're looking for paperwork on a Mr. Clester, Daniel Clester.
Ben had that paperwork, sir.
Okay, so if you want to go upstairs and check with him.
Sylvia, can you grab that for Garvey?
I never got an email from Justin Schultz. He's going.
Okay. I told him to stay.
Judge, may I ask a question?
Sure.
I've got a Carlos Ayala on the docket for a plea, and I just went over the paperwork with him. Do I need, Ben, do I need to let you look at the paperwork before I take it downstairs to Laura, or do I take it straight to Laura?
I looked at it yesterday. I'm the one who prepped it, so I think it should be good to take to Laura.
Okay. And then
As
after that,
as long as y'all didn't do anything crazy.
we're good on our side. Judge, so do you want me to take it to Laura and then bring him back up to the courtroom or come up?
Yes.
To the floor? Okay.
Yeah.
See you in a minute.
And it says, see, Miss Cedillo is back.
I'm back.
Do you work
Mr.
out
Darby.
something?
Mm.
Work out something with Mr. Smith?
Well, I think I'm going to be okay with Mr. Smith, according to Brandy, but I believe Mr. Darby's got the tough end. So I believe he's coming back in, and he's probably going to ask for a reset to discuss the conditions and the offers from Ms. Robinson. I can't speak for him, but what I would like to do is just go ahead and Brandy, if you're unopposed, kindly let me reset this, and then we can handle the bigger case. Is that all right? Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah, and earlier with Mr. Darby, we talked about a day of May 27th. So why don't we just
That'll be fine.
set both of them for May 27th, so they're both
Yes,
on
sir.
the same day.
Thank you.
So if we
Thank you,
can
Brandy.
get both of you to send us an email, so Ms. Cedillo and Ms. Darby, just send an email requesting that be reset to May 27th.
May 27th. Okay. Thank
And
you.
then just
May I be excused?
don't leave until we can confirm we got that email.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Judge, I believe we got a confirmation that you received my emails for the reset.
For Pena, so Pena.
We got one on Mr. Pena.
Oh, that's all? Oh, okay, I'll wait.
Your Honor, this is Michael Kessler. May I just ask a question of the court?
Sure.
Your Honor, I've got an inmate, but I also have a plea that I've got to handle in another county. Would you want me to wait for
Why don't you go do
hearing
that?
on my?
Go do that other plea.
Well, I won't be able to do that plea for about at least another 15 minutes because I'm currently driving between two courts.
Okay, we cannot.
That's why I'm not on video.
We'll not be able to get to you in 15 minutes. So go ahead, do the other case and then come back.
Okay, I will. If you'll excuse me, I'm just going to leave the Zoom call and then I'll log back in.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Let's see. What did you?
John David Dixon. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here today, but I had an April 1st court date.
Okay.
And I wanted to show you that I paid. Travis said I'm good as long as I keep paying my fines, and I paid $700.
Okay. Let me find you on the docket. He's got two cases. Okay, got two cases. So is there somebody in the DA's office that can talk about John Dixon? He's number 1 and number 4. Because he paid money in one case. What did you want to do in the other case?
Do you have anybody down there with you right now from our office?
I do not.
Okay. I think Ben is working those pleas and I'm not sure where Travis is. I hate to leave the office completely.
I don't have anything on it. I don't know of a plea on a John Dixon.
Right, so I can't hear everybody at the same time. No, go ahead.
I'm saying I just saw Travis walk into their offices. He's on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
I may send Travis down if that's okay with those files to talk to him.
Okay. So you just wait and Mr. Kane will come talk to you.
Okay, Travis is, I think, pulling those files, and he's going to go down and talk with Mr. Dixon.
Okay. Do we know if Ms. Hill has signed her papers?
I know that they've been sent to her.
Judge, the papers as I was under, I have 2 copies. One where she signed them, but then I was told that the clerk wanted them to be signed in the courtroom. So now we've sent another copy.
Okay.
Signed by me, but not signed by her.
Okay.
Just to be
We
clear.
can give them either way.
What I'm waiting on from the attorney's office, we can do that Lindsay Hill pretty quick. I just need the paperwork from the defense attorney. So as soon as I get that, we can get it done.
Judge, do you mind asking Mr. Dixon to come up here to talk with Travis?
Okay. So Mr. Dixon, could you go up to the 3rd floor?
Okay,
Yeah.
where we're at?
The 3rd floor.
Okay, thank you.
I tell you what, why don't we send Mr. Nystrom and Mr. Trichter and his assistant into one room, and they can figure out the logistics here. Maybe Miss Laura also. So it's at the clerk's office.
Thank you for your patience, Judge.
Sure.
Did we send?
Okay, wait a second. We're going to send Mr. Trichter, Mr. Nystrom, Mr. Trichter's assistant, and Laura all to a room.
Laura, Clark?
Yes. Okay, so, and Mr. Trichter, if you just accept that invite into a breakout room.
The clerk or anybody.
All right.
Mr. Darby, you're not muted, so we can hear what you're saying right now if you intend to do that or not.
Okay, hang on. They're waiting.
Yeah. Let me see. See, there's Jorge Moncada. Can you hear me? Jorge Moncada, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, so Mr. Moncada, let me find you on the docket. Do you have an attorney? Or what's your name? I don't see a Moncada on the docket. What's your name?
It's Juan, J-U-A-M, Estrada.
Estrada? Okay, hold on.
You need to.
Okay, so Mr. Estrada, you have an attorney, Mr. Darvishi. Is Mr. Darvishi here?
Should be somewhere.
Okay.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here for Mr. Darvishi.
Okay. All right, so we have Mr. Estrada is here, the attorney for Mr. Estrada. And what did the attorney then for Mr. Estrada, what do you want to do today?
Judge, I was trying to chat with Mr. Nystrom. I was trying to see if they had any discovery. We don't have any discovery on the case yet. I believe there was an offer made already, I think, but we don't have any discovery yet. So we were just trying to inquire on the discovery. That's pretty much it, Judge. That's what I was trying to get to the bottom of today with Mr. Nystrom.
I think Sylvia would be the best person to ask about that, but she's on the phone right now, it looks like. So in a minute, we may.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Judge, if you want to skip me and then come back to me so I can try to chat with Miss Sylvia, and then I'll get back to you, Judge.
Okay, and we could probably, she's on the phone right now, but we could send you and Sylvia Herrera maybe into a breakout room and could get an idea when the discovery would be done.
Yeah, no problem, Judge. I'll be hanging out when you want to break us out into a breakout room.
Or if you'd like to if you'd like to give me a second, I can probably pull that file and check it and see what it shows in there.
No worries. I'll be hanging out. Just let me know.
If I can leave for a second, Judge.
Okay.
Judge, are the inmates, are there any inmates? I think
They're in the
Mr.
They're in the courtroom.
Mr. Pahachik?
They're in the courtroom.
So we can't go into a breakout room then, I guess.
No.
Okay, I'll come up there if that's okay with the court.
Sure. Come on up.
I'll see you in a second.
I haven't gotten his email on.
Okay. How about either Darby or Cedillo?
I just got theirs.
Both of them? All right. So Mr. Darby and Ms. Cedillo, we've received your emails for the reset. So you're good to go. And you don't have anybody else, do you?
I do not today. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Chris. Okay.
Come on up.
Okay, on Mr. Estrada, I show an email where it looks like there had been an email from Mr. Darvishi's office wanting a reset, but I don't show that we ever got a letter of rep from that office, or and I don't show a discovery request from that office yet. So I'm sure we can get that out, but if y'all could.
Yeah, I apologize, Brandy. I'll get that out to you today. I thought that was already sent out. I apologize.
No problem. And it's possible that it went to the clerk's office and we don't have a copy of it, but I don't see a copy of any letter of rep or anything in the file. So.
Okay, yeah, we'll send that out again right now.
Okay.
So are you okay with us asking Judge for a reset to get the discovery and all that?
I think the judge is taking a plea right now.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, Judge, I believe we got confirmation from Ms. Lozano on all my resets.
Greg, I think he's doing please right now, so he's not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, so Mr. Clements, we have all of yours, so you're good to go.
Thank you.
I want you to put a date on that.
What's a mailing address?
South Drive.
Say Dixon Drive?
DIXON, Wallace, Texas, 77485.
All right. So
See you then, Doug.
see you then. Thank you.
Mr. Anderson Dobson, tell him we still haven't done that.
He's right here. Yeah, come on up.
James Gonzalez, he's back there in the back. He's an inmate. I was appointed to this felony yesterday. Is he back in court appointed?
Let's see. James Gonzalez, we'll just put you on that one.
Okay. Is there an attorney already on?
There's not.
Okay, perfect. I'll have this. Is Travis here?
Looks like he's up on the 3rd floor. Morning. Yes. Laura, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So has Miss Hill signed her papers?
She's doing that at the moment. They had a question on it.
Okay, no problem.
Does she need to go back upstairs first, Judge, before she does anything else?
So is she still with you?
She's still down here with Andrea, and them are helping me on that side with the paperwork.
Okay. So I guess after she signs it, why don't you have her come up to the 2nd floor?
Okay, sir.
Judge, may I reapproach on Mr. Estrada?
Yes.
I was just talking to Brandy via chat. We're going to go ahead and send our discovery letter. Our discovery request and our letter representation again. And we're just asking for just a reset to get the discovery and kind of get going on the case.
All right. And so did you talk with the DA's office about how long it would take to get the discovery?
I have not. I can chat with Sylvia though right now, and then I can reapproach in a second.
Well, you see, Sylvia's right here. We can just ask her.
Hey, Sylvia. I'm betting she's talking to Travis.
Brandy, do you have the file?
They were just asking how long it was going to take Sylvia to get discovery out. I mean, normally it just takes a month or so.
Yeah.
So you want to reset into June?
That's perfect, Judge.
All right. What about June 23rd?
That works for me.
All right. So if you would just, did you get our email address earlier?
I did not, Judge.
We'll put that up on the screen for you.
Okay, got it.
All right. So if you just send an email to that address requesting the case be reset to June 23rd at 9 o'clock. And then just stay with us till we can confirm we got it. Got your email.
Sure.
Okay. Juan Estrada. Go, come on up. Let me see what you got.
All right, we'll send that out, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. 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 Say Sylvia. Sylvia.
Yes, Judge.
You have the form there for a court-appointed attorney.
I do have a form.
Right. So, okay, we're going to send Miss Natalie Lopez is going to come up there to get that form.
Okay, I'll give it to her.
Okay. So if you'll go up to the DA's office on the 3rd floor, ask for Sylvia, and you'll fill out that form. And then I tell you, just get the form and come back here, and then we'll send you to the next place.
Judge, we have an update on Miss Lindsay Hill.
All right, let's hear it.
So she's getting signed up and going over to probation. So her case is done as of now.
So so Ms. Trichter, did you need to talk to her at all today?
No, I'll just call her on her phone and just let her know that she's to continue on with probation and furnish me the paperwork that she receives.
Okay. All right. Sounds like you're done.
Well, I am with this case, but let's get this COVID stuff behind us so I can come see you in person.
That's right. Let's do it.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Trichter. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Are the people who are not in custody, do y'all have attorneys? Let me see. Do you have an attorney? Have an attorney? Yes, an attorney. Lady in the green, do you have an attorney?
No, I'm waiting on my granddaughter.
Okay. Okay. And gentleman there in the gray shirt, do you have an attorney? Black mask, yeah. Okay, who is that? Okay, well, come on up here. What's your name? Ortez? And so now, do you have an attorney?
Yes, sir.
And who's your attorney?
Frank Severino.
And is he coming here today or is he going to be on Zoom?
On Zoom.
Okay, is there a Frank Severina out there? Okay, I don't see him here yet, so just wait for him, and when he pops up, let's see. Frank Severino? So he knows about the Zoom?
Yes, sir.
today? Okay. All right, so just have a seat till he gets here. He signed a reset.
Did you put date on it?
May 20th. Here's, you want your copy now?
Just went out and get you.
Go ahead.
No, I'm good. They've already been done.
Just John Dixon.
Okay, you want me to put it over here?
Nah. All right, who we got?
Mr. Hickman.
All right.
I got it.
Let's see, Miss Tigert.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just let you know that Randy Hegemeyer is coming your way also.
All right, great.
Number 10 on the docket.
All right. Is he getting a pretrial or a probation?
Probation.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
I got an email from Mr. Estrada, so Mr. Guerra can leave.
Okay.
And I emailed them back.
Okay. So Mr. Guerra.
Yes, Judge.
All right, we received your email, so you're good to go.
All right, appreciate it, Judge. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And,
I think Mr. Estrada has already left. I don't see him. So
I'll make sure to call him right now. We'll send out the discovery letter and our letter of representation to the DA's office today.
Real good. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, bye. See, is the gentleman there in the striped shirt? Do you have an attorney?
Yes, my name is Gutierrez.
Okay. And do you have an attorney? Okay. Come on up again.
See the gentleman that you asked to come up here and sign a court-appointed attorney form, I believe.
Did you sign a request for a court-appointed attorney?
No.
No. What's your last name again?
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez? Oh, Efrain Gutierrez? Yes. Yeah, so if you'll go up to because you were going to request an attorney.
Well, see, I have to.
Well, you can either hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request a court-appointed attorney.
So, because I cannot afford to hire one by law here. So,
Okay, so then you either represent yourself or request a court-appointed attorney.
So I'll just represent myself.
Okay, all right, so then tell it, Miss Davidson. So Mr. Efrain Gutierrez, number 27 on the docket, says he wants to represent himself. So can he come up and talk to you?
On that one, I was thinking it's a DWI.
No, it's a criminal mischief.
Oh, okay. Criminal mischief. Yes, he can come up and
Okay.
I'll talk to him.
So if you
Miss
go up to the
Davidson or
third
Robinson?
floor and ask for Miss Robinson. Robinson up on the third floor. Okay.
What's your name?
I'll answer to anything.
We approached her, she had reset, I think, with you earlier.
Yeah, I think is that Miss Lopez?
Yes.
Okay, so the attorney, hold on a second.
Morning, Judge.
Miss Karina, can you check your messages?
Ms. Guerrero?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're ready to do a plea with you helping out.
Okay.
So on Adele Suarez. Did you get a copy of the docket, Ms. Guerrero?
I did, but the name was not on the docket.
He's number 7 on the docket.
No, I just got a short list from you.
Judge,
Let me check.
I'm sorry. Does Travis have that file down there, or do I need
Yes.
to? Okay.
Wendy, I'm just gonna, if you weren't able to find it, this is his,
Okay, let me write it down. All right.
all right, we all ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we have Wendy's on the Zoom, so everybody just go slow so that we can allow for the interpreter. So is your name Adele Suarez?
¿Ese es su nombre, Adel Suárez?
Okay. Charged with theft.
¿Es encargo de robo?
How do you plead to that charge?
¿Cómo se declara esos cargos? Guilty.
Did you sign this?
Yes, sir.
¿Usted firmó ese documento?
Yes, sir.
Did Mr. Looney explain it all to you?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Looney, do you think your client understands his rights and is able to waive them?
He does and he is.
I'll let Ms. Guerrero go ahead and try to say that for Mr. Suarez. That was longer.
El juez le pregunta a su abogado si se entendió sus derechos y sus renuncias.
Okay, yes.
Okay. All right. So what's the recommendation?
3 days in jail with credit for 3 days served.
Son 3 días, las recomendaciones son 3 días de cárcel con crédito de haber servido 3 días.
$1,000 fine.
La multa de $1,000.
Court cost is set forth in the papers.
El costo de la corte son $367.76.
Restitution of $206.40.
Restitución de $206.40.
And give a DNA sample.
Tiene que dar una muestra de ADN.
And he's going to pay $100 a month.
No, he's going to pay it all today.
All payable today.
Y se va a pagar toda la cuenta hoy.
All right. So Mr. Looney, is that your agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Suarez?
Le pregunta a su abogado que eso fue el acuerdo, dice que sí.
And Mr. Suarez, any questions about that?
No.
Señor Suárez, cualquier pregunta que tenga.
Okay. All right. So I'll follow that recommendation.
Para seguir la recomendación,
Find you guilty of theft
lo encuentra culpable de robo
and sentence you following the recommendation.
y lo sentencia siguiendo las recomendaciones.
Okay. All right. Okay. So are you going to take him to the clerk's office?
I was going to.
Okay. So if you just say, Mr. Looney will take him to the clerk's office on the first floor.
Su abogado lo va a llevar al primer piso para que haga sus pagos en la Secretaría del Distrito.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
this is Miss Lytle on the phone.
Okay.
Miss Lytle, I have the judge here in front of me. Hold on one second. Judge, she's gonna come to my office at around 1 o'clock this afternoon and sign a reset, if that's okay.
Okay. So about how much time?
Probably, if we could do a couple months, maybe into June.
About June 10th?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay. So Ms. Lytle, can you hear? Okay, so we're gonna, Mr. Anderson will have a form for you to sign to reset this for June the 10th. So you'll come back here on June 10th.
And you, Ms. Lido, you'll need to sign that today so I can get it back up to the court, or else they can send out a warrant for you, okay? Okay, thank you.
Let me fill this out here.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
And I'll make sure they.
Thank you. All right.
You have a revocation prepared for me?
We need a translator for Mr. Moya. All right, so you're Carlos Moya?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Moya, you put on probation for possession of marijuana back in 2019. The state is alleging you violated some of the terms of your probation. Do you know what the allegations are?
Yes, sir.
And are those allegations true or not true?
Yes.
True? True, okay. All right, so I accept your plea of true. What's the recommendation?
30 days in jail with credit for 30 days already served, $500 probation fine payable today.
Is that the agreement, Mr. Looney?
It is, Your Honor.
And any question about that, Mr. Moya?
No, sir.
All right, so I've accepted the plea of true. I'll revoke your probation, sentence you to 30 days in jail with credit for 30 days served, and you'll pay the rest of the money today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you'll just go with Mr. Looney down to the first floor, and you'll get a copy. All right, let's see, Mr. Severina is back.
Judge, we've reached, we're just going to reset his case. The state hasn't received anything on the case yet.
Let me see if I can get Mr. Cortez. Why don't you come on up here? Mr. Cortez is here, so he can be up here to where we can hear this. How far out did you want to reset this?
3 months, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Cortez, your attorney is here on the Zoom. So looking at resetting sometime in July. What about July 7th? Mr.
Your Honor, I apologize to the court. I will be on vacation for that whole week.
Right.
So
what about the 15th?
I believe I'll come back on the 15th. I believe the 5th should be fine. It should be fine, Your Honor. If I could have a week after, that would be better, Your Honor, just to make sure, but it should be fine.
So I didn't understand the.
If I could have a week after that,
okay.
Just because, yeah.
21st?
That'll be fine.
All right, so Mr. Cortez is here. So Mr. Cortez, your case will be reset to July 21st. So I'm going to have something for you to sign, okay? And then Mr. Severina, do we have anything from you just with contact information? Have you filed anything with the clerk, or does the DA's office have contact information?
I just sent a letter to the DA's office, and I noticed that my secretary, who should have sent it last week, just sent it right now.
Okay.
So you guys should have some information.
Okay, so I'm going to have Mr. Cortez sign this, just saying to return on July 21st.
Yes, Your Honor, that'll be fine. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so thank you. You're free to go.
Do you need me to send you an email confirming the date, Your Honor?
If you'd like to do that, that's fine. I'm going to have Mr. Cortez sign this.
Then I'm fine with that. That's not a problem. I just put it on my calendar.
Okay, real good. So you'll take this, just come right over here and she'll have you sign that. All right, thank you, Mr. Severino. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Judge, is Miss Presley Warren in the courtroom?
She is.
I think me and Mr. Casaretto are ready to go on that one.
These are the ones we just did. Let me, I have the files back there with the amounts for the attorney's fees, so I'll sign these today.
Okay.
Okay.
And you just come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Just call me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So, Ms. Warren, why don't you come down this way?
And just because I'm not in the courtroom, Judge, I know her grandmother is here. I know she
Yes.
wanted to visit with her.
They were talking. All right, so generally, what are we doing with Miss Warren today?
I have an oral motion to the court. I thought a filed motion had been sent over, but in reviewing this morning, I did not see that at least being completed or accepted. So I do an oral motion with regard to bond. And Mr. Nystrom and I had already talked about it. And the state is opposed, but I'd like to make my motion anyway.
Okay. You want a record on this?
If it's not too much trouble, Your Honor, but if it's a difficulty due to Zoom, I can waive a record.
Okay. All right, so this is cause number 21 CR 36473. I'll tell you what I can do is just, we can record it here, but, so we won't have a record, but the record will be on the Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so number 21 CR 36473, the state of Texas versus Presley Warren. Let me get the state to announce.
Benjamin Nystrom for the state of Texas.
And the defense to announce.
Michael R. Caserdo for defendant Presley Warren.
Okay, and just state your name. All right, so Mr. Caserado, you have a motion regarding bond?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, this court set both bonds that she's currently held on. She's currently held on 2 bonds in excess of $75,000 per bond. There is a felony case that is pending filing. And so I believe that the court still has a jurisdiction with regard to the bond. I'm asking that the bond be set at $75,000 per on personal recognizance with bond conditions of a SCRAM device as well as GPS. Your Honor, it is my intent that at a later date, maybe in as soon as 1 month, Ms. Warren will complete evaluation and be admitted into a rehabilitation program. Mr. Nystrom and I have already spoken about the rehabilitation program, and paperwork has been sent over for her to do the initial intake for the evaluation. It will be a long-term rehabilitation program, but she does have some personal items that do need to be taken care of before she would go to the rehab facility. And I would just ask that the court again place her on PR bond with the condition of GPS and SCRAM, with the understanding also by the defendant that if she has any positive screens through the SCRAM, that she's subject to a revocation.
And what's the rehab program that you're anticipating her to get into?
Senacor, and it's just a matter of location. Senacor, is the court is well aware, has several locations throughout the state of Texas.
And so is that being processed now? Is she applied, or what's going on?
She was just sent paperwork over from Senacor yesterday, late afternoon. So she could have had it printed out and is completing it. But that's the initial intake paperwork, and then there's evaluation. And if she has insurance that can pay for it, or if a payment plan is set up, that all needs to be taken care of. But she will be entering a rehabilitation program.
All right. And so, Mr. Nystrom, what's the I see this is a DWI second. How long ago was the first?
The first,
Or what's the history involving alcohol with Miss Warren?
Judge, the history involving alcohol with Ms. Warren dates back to, I believe, 2018, where we had 2 instances of DUI that were filed in JP1 here in Austin County when she was a minor. Following that, she had a DWI in Austin County where she was placed on probation. That was in 2019. While on probation, she committed another offense in Washington County. That's a DWI with child. That case is currently pending in Washington County. I believe Mr. Casaretta could speak to that. I think he's representing her on that one as well. And then she was subsequently revoked on her probation here. So her DWI from 2019 is disposed of. In January of 2019, she committed the offense that's before the court today. And then in March, I'm sorry, not January of 19, January of this year, she committed the offense that's before the court today. And then in March of this year, she was arrested again on DWI with a child by Sealy PD. And that's the felony case that's pending. So currently she has 2 cases pending in Austin County and 1 case pending in Washington County.
Okay. All right. Well, then as far as today, I'm not going to modify or change the bond conditions today. Mr. Casarado, if you get the Senacor application approved, then I'll reconsider it if she actually has a place to go to. So how long do you think that might be until you'll know something for sure for Senacor?
I would say probably within 7 to 14 days. Mr. Nystrom, would you agree with that estimation?
I haven't personally done one, but my understanding talking with Travis is it's usually pretty quick as long as everybody cooperates and gets it done. So yeah, I would believe pretty fast.
And I would wager the same. I believe we'll be very cooperative, Your Honor.
All right. And for the court's information, the rehabilitation program that's being considered is about a 14-month program.
All right, so I'll reset this for April the 14th. And then can be updated on April 14th as far as her admission into Senacor, and I'll review the bond then.
Yes, Your Honor. May I ask the court one other item on a different matter?
Sure.
Your Honor, would I be able to schedule with you an ex parte on a civil case? There's a motion for receiver in a newly filed case. I'd like to get a pre-judgment receiver in place. It is going to be it will be a defendant or respondent that you know well. We already have a receiver on it. And so I'd just like to see if I could get an ex parte today because we have not picked up citation to serve yet pending my request for pre-judgment receiver.
Okay, so have you filed the request for the receiver?
It is in the original petition.
Okay, what's the name of the parties so I can look for that?
Well, the respondent is Sealy Cycle, Your Honor.
Okay.
As you, and I'll give you our, because we've had a few plaintiffs.
Okay, well, I'll find that case on the Sealy Cycle. Now, didn't we have a receiver in this case one time already?
Well, on a different matter, yes. Same kind of situation. Would be requesting to modify receivers, Your Honor, for both cases. So if I can just send over a receiver order and a motion on the other for both, that'd be great. We'd like to consolidate into one receiver out of Houston. And the cause number is 21 CV 6195.
All right, so if you just send in that motion for a receiver with the name of somebody in there.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. And would you like me just to email it or do you want to e-file it?
I want you to e-file that, please.
Okay, we will do so, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you for indulging me on an ex parte.
Sure, and then you have Ms. Warren set for April 14th.
I do. I'm anticipating that I'll need to send an email to confirm that, correct? Or does I get an email and respond?
She signed this in the courtroom.
Okay.
So as long as
Great.
you're aware of it.
Yes, I'm aware of it, and we will get with her on the paperwork if there's anything that is yet to be finalized.
Okay, real good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You may.
Thank you.
How far out?
I think his current felony setting is probably on the 20th of April, so.
That's correct, yeah, he has a felony motion. He's hearing.
It's whatever follows. Keith Henry. Thank you, Judge.
Let's see. Yes. Mr. Longoria, do you have anybody else?
I'm sorry, Judge, did you call my name?
But do you have anybody else this morning?
I have a Jose Nino Munoz, I think, cause number 20 CR 36301. Unfortunately, he was set, last time he was set was January 13th. And I have a note on my file that he was reset to April 1st. But I've called him, I can't get a hold of him. I don't think, I know I didn't send him an email because I don't have his email address.
Okay. Let's see. I guess, let me find out. Laura, can you pull that file number 9, Jose Nino?
And I say that January 13th date, Judge, because I think it was before we started exchanging emails and making sure we had
right
email addresses and all that.
Yeah, I want to just find out if he signed something or how he got the notice.
Okay, Judge.
Judge, these were just emails. And they just went to Stephen, Travis, and Sylvia, and myself.
Okay. So did Mr. Nino give any email when he got out of the jail?
No, sir, there's not one on there.
Okay. So I guess we'll probably have to mail another reset date to him. So did he, when he got out of jail, was he given the court date of that January court date?
He signed a reset on October 1st to come back for January 13th, Judge. And he signed it at that time, January 13th.
So he did sign on January 13th?
I have a reset for that, yes.
Yeah, back in October, on October the 1st, he signed that reset. That's correct.
To show up on January 13th? Right?
Yes, sir.
And then was anything signed on January 13th?
No, sir. Looks like it was via email.
Okay. Well, we'll probably, call his name to document he's not here. I won't issue a warrant today. And we'll maybe Ms. Herrera, Sylvia, if I get Sylvia to send out another court setting for Mr. Nino. If you want to look at number 9 on the docket.
Yes, Judge, I'll send it out.
Okay, so How far out do we want to try to send his reset?
A June date would be fine by me, Judge. And if Sylvia, do you happen to have another number for him? I just have the 979-472-8507.
The one I have is on his last reset is the number that I have, the 8507.
Okay.
Okay. So what about June 10th?
Fine by me, Judge.
Okay. So I guess Sylvia, if you mail him a setting for June the 10th.
Okay, I'll send it out.
And like I said, we'll call his name, but I will not issue a warrant.
I think that's all I had, Judge.
Let's see here. And did that lady come up and meet with you, Mr. Longoria?
She did, Judge.
Okay.
And I've got her name and information and her reset of, I think, June. I have a reset of June 10th.
Okay. All right. Tell you what, since we have maybe before, got Mr. Anderson in front of me, why don't we run through the docket and just see where we are with everybody. So Maria Odom is number 3 on the docket.
But she was supposed to be going to a rehab, but last I heard from her last week, she never got in. And then I tried to call her this morning, and I'm getting disconnected phone.
I think Travis is the one in our office who probably knows the most about Maria Odom.
Okay, we'll call the name of Maria Odom, and if no response, bond will be forfeited and capious issue.
I think Maria Odom, I had a paper. I want to say that I had documentation that she was at a treatment facility.
Okay. I guess, can you make a copy of that and send that to probation? So
okay.
Sylvia, do you have any information on that?
Yeah, the last contact I had with her last week said she didn't get in.
Let me see what this says.
That could have changed, and she didn't let me know.
Notice.
Sylvia, if you were trying to talk, you were on mute. Did you have any information about Maria Odom?
No, she said she was trying to get into treatment, but she has not been
see it.
okay, so we'll call her name and issue a warrant for her. Charles Glazard, number 14. Anybody know anything about Charles Glazard? Nothing? Okay, so let's call his name. No response, issue a warrant. Nicholas Hillman.
Nicholas Hillman, Judge.
Number 28.
Can I talk to Travis? I believe I've had him before, so.
Okay, I think I hear him out there, but
yeah, I'll grab
just
Travis before you.
stay here until we can run through these. Michael Curtis, number 34. Are you in custody?
What did he do? He pled out.
Well,
Judge, he pled out just now.
That was one of Paul Looney's, I think.
Michael Curtis was. Was Michael Curtis number 34? See one that pled out?
Yes, sir. He just pled out now.
gentleman in the jail. He was the black gentleman who was sitting right here. He's in
He
jail.
was in custody.
I think they took him down to the clerk's office.
Judge, our notice on Glazard was returned to sender.
Okay.
To go back a second.
I'm still trying to figure out Michael Curtis. He may have signed papers. I don't remember him being in front of me.
He just signed with Marie.
He's going back up.
He's going back upstairs now.
Okay, he's back in the courtroom now. So are we going to plead out Mr. Curtis?
Yes.
Okay. How about John Chavez?
John Chavez, he's the one that had hired, I think on a felony case, he had hired Roland Darby. Was he here last week on a Zoom with Roland Darby? I wasn't thinking of his felony case.
Oh.
I showed that Mr. Chavez signed for notice on April 1st. I'm sorry, on January 19th.
Ask her if he also has a felony case.
So he signed for notice in person on that date.
Does he have a felony case also?
So John Luis Chavez?
Yes.
Yes, he does have a felony controlled substance case.
That's the one I'm calling Roland Darby now, Judge.
Does Mr. Darby represent him on the felony?
I don't show an attorney listed on the docket. He may represent him. I'd have to pull the felony file. It looks like he was set, yes, March 30th was his felony.
We got Mr. Darby on the phone.
No, I've got his office on the phone, and she said that he does represent John Luis Chavez
Okay.
on the felony, so I'm sure he's going to.
Do you know when the felony is set?
I know, but
It was set Tuesday, and so I'm not sure if he appeared.
Yeah, Travis is on the phone with him.
do what? Okay, they're going to transfer to Mr. Darby. Right here.
I think after
He's done. I'm going to talk about Hillman. I think Hillman was one that we were going to do. He's in a facility, and so I just need to deal with Mr. Kane.
Okay.
But maybe why it has 0 resets, because I think we might have done it information on. He's going to do a lesser. Dismiss it. It's easiest for the state.
So then if the rest, I think the rest of the prisoners, other than Mr. Curtis, we're gonna do him next, but are the rest of the prisoners taken care of? Okay,
We should all have resets.
okay. Well, then I don't show anybody else, and well, I guess Mr. Hillman is unknown, but nobody else that would request an attorney.
Just want to make sure we. And see, that's I guess James.
You're going to represent him? I am. Here, I'll let you talk to the judge.
Okay.
Roland
All
Darby's
right,
on.
when was Mr. Chavez set for the felony?
Put on speaker.
Okay. He's probably set for April the 20th, I would think, on the felony case, Judge.
He was set March 30th. I don't know if he appeared on that date.
Yeah, he was on a Zoom meeting with Judge Steinhauser and Roland Darby on the 30th. Because he was in Mr. Darby's office when we were on Zoom with him.
Let's see if we can find out when he was reset to.
That's right. Okay.
Travis, what's the name?
John Luis Chavez. Yeah, that's what I think he was set for April 20th. And you're at the bakery breakfast? Right?
I showed June 22nd.
Okay, June 22nd is when he said on the felony. Roland, you there? Yeah, June 22nd. So, no, it's a misdemeanor case. I don't know if it came out of the same event or not, but he has a misdemeanor case pending here with Judge Leedy.
I think it was assaulting his attorney.
Assaulting his attorney. So we, of course, we refused to file that. We were not gonna. No. Why don't we set him for June
23rd?
June 23rd.
But we either need Roland to either somebody send an email, or if he's, I mean, is he up here?
And the judge wants you to come up here to the courtroom and sign a receipt.
Is he at Newman's?
Yeah, you're at Newman's. Roland, yeah, why don't you come up to the courthouse and come to, we'll see the second floor, big building in the middle of town. We'll be waiting for you on judges on the bench on the second floor.
Bring us all a donut.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. I don't like that.
It's not that snowflake. So if my client would have stole donuts from their transfer, file anything on it for robbery? Why don't you put a reset?
Okay, all right, Mr. Curtis. And so then all right, Mr. Curtis, why don't you come on up? The only thing I need is the discovery waiver from Mr.
Judge.
What's the word you think on Mr. Hillman?
He's going to get the file, Judge, so they can make sure it's the same guy that we were.
Okay.
He was in Cinecorp, and so he was graduating at the end of March or whatever, and moved to Lubbock.
Okay.
So we're going to do a time search. We're just going to reset him to get the paperwork done.
All right. Well, I guess for let probation know, we got one more plea we're doing, but it's not a probation plea, and that should take care of the rest of the docket. So probation can leave, and Ms. Guerrero, the person we're pleading out, does not need a translator, so you can leave if you'd like.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Judge, before I sign off, do you know if anything happened with John David Dixon?
He signed a reset. I don't remember the. Set to May 20th.
Thank you. Okay, so we're done. Thank you, Judge.
You're done. Thank you. Yeah, so Sylvia, I think we got just a couple people's names to call. Number 3, Maria Odom. Number 9, Jose Nino. Number 14, Charles Glazard. That's it.
Sorry.
Okay, so you ready for Mr. Oh, we just need that discovery thing. Well, we can start up on this one. All right, so Mr. Curtis, you're charged with assault. How do you plead to that? And did you sign this? You read over all this? Any questions? Part of this says you want to do this without an attorney, is that right? And you realize by doing this, you're waiving your right to a trial. Okay. So I will approve the waiver. What's the recommendation?
Recommendation is 25 days in jail, 25 days served, we're asking for fines and costs to be waived.
Okay, so I'm going to approve that. Mr. Curtis, this case of family violence is a misdemeanor. So the most that you could get would be a year in jail. If you had another assault family violence, yeah, because it could be a felony. So you potentially could go to prison if there's another assault family violence. Also, with this conviction, you won't be able to possess any firearms. Okay, and that would be a federal violation. So if you got caught, with a gun or even ammunition, there could potentially be a federal charge filed against you. What? Yeah. Well, if you have somebody else who can get rid of it.
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna be honest. That's sitting all right there, and that needs to go. And it makes sense though with the case that's going.
Yeah.
It's all making sense now, and yeah, I need to find another job.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let him.
Judge me with the approach.
I need to sign one thing, but you give me the update on Hillman. Let me just sign this now. You'll need to go down to the clerk's office to sign and get copies. All right, so Mr. Curtis, I'll follow that recommendation. Find you guilty, sentence you 25 days in jail with credit for time served. Okay. And so you just go down to the first floor and they'll get copies.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Mr. Hillman, we were correct. He was in Senecor. He graduated from Senecor after 2 years of entering. And so the state has offered to do a time served plea for a 2 years deferred. We just need to document he wasn't here. They're not going to file a warrant on him because he was in Senecor and I didn't.
He's probably still in that program. They just didn't want him to leave to come here, so we'll get all that squared
So
away.
we'll get the plea paperwork ready to go. And if we can put him for a couple weeks.
Can you sign a reset form?
2 weeks. Good?
Yeah, fine.
And then if we can get the paperwork on it and get it over to me and I'll email it to him. And then we'll set up, can we just set up a Zoom link even if we're here?
Yeah.
In person at that time?
I just want to do it at the end of the month. I think we'll probably be Zooming stuff through the end of the month.
Sure. This might help you. About that.
Probably your copy. Is it the correct? Absolutely. You can go, I've got a copy. You can have that.
Okay. As long as it's in the file. Get everything done.
And Karina, we never got the email from that one guy. You have to. Schmaltz. It was. So, Sylvia, do you have a phone number on number 18, Justin Schmaltz?
Let me grab the file.
Okay. And guess we'll hand that to this homeless man that just walked in. All right. So you can get word to him to be here on June 23rd.
Yep, I can do that.
Going.
All right.
Got a minute when you're done here?
Yeah.
Walk with you out to the car. I gotta ask you about an unrelated matter.
Let's have a race to see who can get to the car first. Ready, set, go.
I'm gonna jump on it back.
All right. So, Sylvia, did you find anything on Mr. Schmaltz?
She's muted. If she's talking.
Or Laura, do you have a phone number on Justin Schmaltz, number 18?
Hey, mute yourself. Oh, hey, do you have anything on Justin Schmaltz? What's the number?
Judge, I have
846
346
346
392
392
02. Sorry, 040. Sorry, 0420.
Let me read this back. So 346 392 0420.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Sylvia.
Call him and just tell him we never got the email. And so,
You were frozen.
okay.
Look, see how she's frozen? And it just flashes.
If you need email, we're going to call his name and issue a warrant for him. Thank you.
Judge, was that for number 18?
Yes.
I have that he signed something for May the 12th. Did I get that wrong?
Well, we never got anything. Did he send it to you?
I don't know why I wrote it down.
Well,
Was it
we told him May 12th and told him to send us an email and he never did.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at my email real quick.
I might have missed it, but I don't think so.
You can tell that's why we told him to wait until we confirmed it.
Is he hiring an attorney or is that why he reset it?
Maybe I wrote it before we had the email.
Yeah, no, he approved May 12th that he could be here. I told him, send us an email and don't leave until we get confirmation of it. And he left and we never got the email. That's why we tell him not to leave.
Yeah, I didn't see one. I must have wrote it before he sent the email.
So if we can't get a hold of him, we'll want to call his name.
With the next docket, do you think we ought to set up just down here?
Yeah, probably. Although there are still going to be people on Zoom. So maybe if we get.
Can we put a computer in the jury room just so
This message is for Justin Schmaltz.
we can
This is
visit with people
Karina
on Zoom
with
and
Judge
not
Lee's
have to
office,
go
Austin County
far
Court of Law.
upstairs?
You were
We just
instructed
have to
to not
figure out
leave the Zoom hearing until
the best
you
logistical
email
way to
regarding
do
a
it.
reset. And I've
Because
never
right now
received a
Karina's set up
reset,
in the jury
so
room
I've
with
sent
all
back
her stuff.
confirmation.
So
If you do not call me back, if you do not email ccl@austincounty.com immediately or call the courthouse 979-865-5911 and ask to be transferred to the second floor courtroom, there will be a warrant issued for your name called at the courthouse steps and a warrant issued for your arrest. Thank you.
all right.
He was calling me, but I was on the phone trying to get a hold of Mr.
All done?
I think we're done.
All right, we'll go up to the third floor and see if Sylvia has it.
Yeah.
FTA.
And there'd be one more. Make sure you get one on Justin Schmaltz.
Oh, I forget that name. But
Yes, sir. Correct. Yeah.
Justin, what's the last name?
Schmaltz, SCHMALZ.